the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
Boxing Boys right here with David Benavidez. David, you have a huge fight coming up. Co-main event on the Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia pay-per-view on March 16th at Arlington, Texas, in the big arena of Dallas. So just your thoughts on being on that card, and what does it mean to fight someone like J'Leon Love?
I'm very excited, to have the opportunity to fight on a pay-per-view card, of this magnitude, you know what I mean? Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence is going to be an instant classic. So for me to fight on the undercard, be co-main event, is a real honor to me, I'll have a hard opponent in front of me. J'Leon Love is a veteran. He's been in there with a lot of great fighters. But, you know what I mean? I feel like I have what it takes, not only just to beat him, but to knock him out and to do it impressively in front of a big crowd like in the Cowboy Stadium.
Now, talk to us about that whole atmosphere, because we've seen Dallas, that arena, that stadium hold so many huge sports events. We've seen them hold NBA All-Star games. They've had two Manny Pacquiao fights. They had the Claudio one and the Margarito fight. Just the fact that you get to co-main event and be in that company of a huge event, how does that feel for you?
It's like a dream come true, to be honest with you. It's like a title fight without having a title in it. You know what I mean? There's gonna be so much people there. The atmosphere is gonna be crazy. It's made me work even harder just to push the extra mile to get a spectacular knockout.
Now talk to us about the opponent, J'Leon Love. We've seen him in there with Gabriel Rosado. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. Just what can you take from what you've seen him in his fights and what people have been able to do in victory and in loss versus him? There's
a lot of things that could be done with J'Leon Love, you know what I mean? We've been working on a lot of styles. We have more than one style. We could pressure, we could box, we could do a lot of things, It's just what style he decides to present himself on March 16, and then we'll just take it from there.
We've seen him, obviously he's aligned with Mayweather. We just saw pretty much almost the exact same situation with Erickson Lubin and Ishe Smith, the young lion coming in versus an older guard. Ishe retired after the loss and everything like that. You feel that if you could bust out what Erickson Lubin did to Ishe, you could more than likely retire J'Leon Love?
Of course, you know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not overlooking J'Leon Love because this is a huge opportunity for him. If he beats me, he's back on top, you know what I mean? But that's not going to happen. We're doing everything we have to do. Diet has been good, strength and conditioning has been good. A lot of rounds of sparring. We've been sparring with BIVOL, so we had solid work all around, so we're extremely ready.
Yeah, I know, I saw that you guys were sparring at Churchill.
Yeah.
So talk to us about Sparring BIVOL, because BIVOL is a beast at 175, and a lot of people, he's really difficult. He's a really good fighter.
Yeah, he's a great fighter. Like I said, iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? So, I learned some stuff from him. He learned some stuff from me. It's just great champions just having the opportunity to work with each other. That's it. Just giving that good work back and forth.
And ultimately, we've been talking about the event itself. So it is Mikey versus Spence, Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. Who do you think wins that fight? Obviously, Mikey coming up in weight. He's a 135, most people feel. So he's coming up to 147, and he's fighting the boogeyman at 147, as people call him. So or as he calls himself, the truth. So how do you feel about that fight? How do you see it going?
It's going to be a great fight, It's an instant classic. It's going to be the brawler versus the technician, Errol Spence is a monster. Mikey Garcia is a monster as well. So it's probably going to come back down to who has the most heart, and who actually sticks to the game plan. Both these guys are extremely smart, extremely talented. It's going to be a great fight. But
now, Mikey has said multiple times that he sees something in Errol Spence, and that's why he's wanted this fight. Have you seen any flaws in Errol Spence's game?
Errol Spence, even if you've seen any flaws in him, I bet you by the time fight night comes, he takes care of anything. I'm not saying there's any flaws in him, but if he feels like there's any of them, he's going to take care of them, because the fight of this magnitude, he's going to be extremely ready. But Mikey Garcia is going to be extremely ready too. It's going to be a great fight to watch. I don't know who's going to win, but I got Mikey Garcia because, I'm Mexican. So.
And ultimately, let the fans know where they can follow you, get to know more about you, especially since the fight's only less than a month away.
Yeah, you can follow me at Benavidez 300, and I'll give you the latest news on everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the time, Dave.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.